Welcome you to the championship ball game of the Marsh Hall of Fame Classic, featuring as the designated visitor the Vincennes Lincoln Alices and the designated home team the Paoli Rams. At this time, let's meet the non-starting team members for both squads. First for Vincennes Lincoln, here's a 5'9" freshman, number 12, Mark Beasy. For Paoli, a 6' junior, number 12, Danny Mudd. For Lincoln, a 6' sophomore, number 20, John O'Connor. For Paoli, a 5'5" sophomore, number 14, Kurt Walls. For Vincennes, a 6' sophomore, number 22, Ryan Cummings. For Paoli, a 5'11" freshman, number 22, Buford DeWitt. For Vincennes, a 6'2" junior, number 42, Scott Niemeyer. For Paoli, a 6' senior, number 34, Frank Warren. For Vincennes Lincoln, a 6'4" junior, number 44, Jason Teising. For Paoli, a 6'1" senior, number 40, Jason McCracken. For Lincoln, a 6'7" junior, number 50, Brooke Carter. For Paoli, a 6'1" senior, number 42, Eddie Duke. And for Vincennes, number 14, Tom Abel. For Paoli, a 6' senior, number 24, Joe Babcock. And now let's meet the starting lineup. Set a guard for Vincennes Lincoln. Here's a 5'8" senior, number 10, Scott Evans. At a guard for Paoli, a 6' senior, number 10, Joe Sibbett. A guard for Lincoln, a 6'1" senior, number 32, Greg Duke. And at a guard for Paoli, a 6'2" senior, number 32, Kelly Toole. In the middle for the Alices, a 6'10" senior, number 54, Sean Doherty. In the middle for Paoli, a 6'5" junior, number 44, Gabe King. A forward for Vincennes Lincoln, a 6'2" junior, number 30, Sean Eveland. A forward for Paoli, a 6'1" senior, number 30, Dean Lind. And rounding out the Alices lineup, a 6'4" senior, number 40, Chad Tolliver. Rounding out Paoli's lineup, a 6'7" senior, number 50, Scott Combs. The coach for Vincennes Lincoln is Gene Miller. The coach of Paoli is Mike Brown.
The lineups for Vincennes and Paoli. They'll be squared off with the Marsh Hall of Fame Basketball Classic Championship game, which comes up next here on TV 40. Greg Bell, Basil Malmy, Brian Alexander back with you from Newcastle's Chrysler Arena, getting set for the start of tonight's ball game. The Alices of Vincennes going up against the Rams of Paoli. Between the two teams, they are 17-1 on the season. They have not lost to a team from their own state. Vincennes only setback coming a couple weeks ago in the shootout, falling to a team from Chicago. jumping center will be Big Sean Doherty at 6 feet 10 inches tall. And jumping center for Paoli will be Scott Combs at 6'7". Doherty averages 19.4, team's leading scorer. Combs the leading scorer for Paoli at 20.6 as they toss it up. And the tap controlled by the Rams. Toole to Sibbett.
Vincennes opens up in a man-to-man defense. They're picking up their switching a lot here, so looks like they're going to start man-to-man.
Combs goes inside and fires and hits off the baseline from 12 feet out.
Well, he's really got a nice touch along that baseline. We saw that this morning.
Duke to Evans. So they go now to Evelyn. Here's Duke driving to the foul line. The big guy Doherty will answer right back for Vincennes. So first Combs and then Doherty. We're tied at 2 apiece.
See a little full court pressure here by Vincennes. Probably see this out of both teams as both Paoli and Vincennes seem to like to play full court defense and get the pace up tempo.
Sibbett far sidelines to Duke and now back to Sibbett. It's like Vincennes has changed the defense, going to more of a 1-3-1 zone trapping type of defense and a kick ball, and it stays in the possession of Paoli.
They get in the passing lanes pretty much and make you really play wide away from the basket, and are pretty quick with their hands also.
A couple of low-scoring ball games earlier today. Here's the inbounds to Combs. Underneath the bucket, muscles it up, no. Got his own rebound and a jump ball called. And the possession arrow pointing Vincennes' way, so the Ellises own the basketball. In the 17-year history of the basketball tournament, that ball game earlier today, 39-25, was the lowest scoring ball game ever between East Noble and Vincennes.
Very aggressive underneath. Scott Combs is very strong and really went after the ball. And looked like he may have got it back, but they call it jump ball, so now the next possession will go to Paoli.
Paoli falls back into his own defense as well. Doherty fires and misses his time off the baseline, and Combs with the rebound. Combs had 10 rebounds earlier today, and Sibbett lets fly with a long bomb, rimmed out from 20. Duke keeps the rebound alive. I should say King keeps it alive, but it's controlled by Evans of Vincennes. Down the floor, Tolliver, good three-point shooter, got it again. Chad Tolliver was 2 for 2 from three-point range earlier today and just nailed that one. Tolliver's up to 15 trays now on the season, and Vincennes leads 5-2. Near turnover as Combs saves the ball in bounds with a nice pass to Lind, and out front it goes now to Toole. Sibbett left open. Combs, great jump pass inside. Lind in traffic, shot blocked, but a whistle, a foul called underneath.
Well, it was a nice pass inside, but maybe would have been a little better off just to go up with a shot there from about 14 foot. Got it inside there to Lynn. Not really able to do a lot with it, but he was able to draw the foul, as you can see here on the replay. Nice little pump fake and able to draw the foul.
Lind had 2 big baskets at the end of the afternoon game, and he gets it underneath there. He's not real big, but he gets the ball up there and is very effective inside, drawing the fouls or getting the power lay-in.
Lind's first free throw is good. The foul was called, by the way, on Doherty, his first and team foul number 1. Lind for one more free throw. It's 5-3. Vincennes leads by 2. Lind's next one is up and good.
No pressure by Paoli today. I'm surprised. They pressed a lot this morning.
Evelyn, Doherty's going to go outside and launch a 3. That's no good. But Duke with a strong rebound. Tolliver. Doherty just traveled as he starts his drive down the left side of the lane. Doherty at 6'10", has 9 three-point field goals on the season. He hit one earlier today, but missed on that last attempt.
Sure, Wisconsin will love to have him up there. They have the nice 7-footer they recruited in last year from Chicago, and you put him with them with a 6'10" outside shooter like that, and you'll have a lot of strength inside on the board. So I look for Wisconsin to keep improving and be a power in the Big Ten in the next few years.
Lynn brings Doherty out with him. Now to Combs. Combs matched up with Evelyn, will fire over him, no good, and Doherty with a strong rebound. Evans, lead pass down the floor, going to Duke. Duke on the left wing will send it back outside between the circles now. They get it down low. There's Doherty with a turnaround. Evans saves it inbounds, and it goes right to Evelyn for the short turnaround. That is rimming no. Doherty rebounds, back up. That's no good. And finally, a rebounding foul down will be called on Vincennes. That's whistled on Sean Evelyn, his first, and team foul number 2.
Paoli not quite as aggressive so far early as what they were this morning. Maybe a little bit tired, but 2 or 3 offensive rebounds there for Vincennes, and they're going to have to do a little better job of boxing off. As you see on the replay, they finally do get the box out. They're going to have to keep Vincennes off the board.
Played 3 minutes of the first quarter. It's 5-4. Vincennes with a 1-point lead. Toole picked up way out front now by Duke. High post to King. Swing it to Lind. Interesting matchup. They got a much smaller player, Evelyn, on Combs, and here's a long bomb that's up and in by Sibbett from 3. Joe Sibbett, his 21st three-pointer on the season, his first on the day. Paoli was 0 for 8 from three-point range earlier today against Newcastle, but Sibbett got one to go there and gives Paoli the 2-point lead at 7-5.
I think he's a little more effective from farther out. He was about 25 feet away that time. That was a super three-point shot by Joe Sibbett.
And Greg Duke just walks with the basketball, so the ball turned back over to the Rams with 4:27 to play in the first quarter.
You see Vincennes, too, dropping out of their full-court pressure into half-court man-to-man.
Evelyn at only 6 feet 2 inches tall, guarding Combs at 6'7". Sibbett double teamed out front. They got him trapped. He's in all kinds of trouble. Able to get it now to Toole, straddling the timeline. Nearly went over and back. Lind at the top of the key, and now back to Toole. Duke with some tough defense. Toole with a tough shot that's off balance, up and in, falling away for the bucket.
Boy, that was a tough shot. He was falling away. Great concentration on the basket by Toole. He's had a super day today.
Evans left wide open for a 3. That's good. So Evans bombs home a three-pointer for the right side. His first 3 in the ball game. First 3 points. The second 3 in the contest for Vincennes. It makes it 9-8. Paoli by 1 with 3:40 to play first quarter.
Evans didn't shoot any three-pointers this afternoon, but he is a 50%, 7 for 14 coming into the series.
Sibbett for a long 3. That's up and in. So we're seeing a shooting three-point contest early on. Each team with 2 threes. It makes it 12-8 now. Paoli leads by 4 with 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Colliver inside Doherty. Spinning, has the ball stripped loose and stolen by Sibbett. Paoli in the attacking zone. Great pass to King for the layup. It's up and in. Oh, what a feed by Sibbett inside to King for the wide open layup. 14-8 Vincennes. Here's a bomb from the right side. That's good. Three-pointer hit by Greg Duke. So Duke has his first 3. Third three-pointer for Vincennes coming from 3 different players. And 14-11 is a 3-point game.
Doesn't look to me much fatigue tonight. They're all just coming out and shooting the lights out.
Sibbett isolated one-on-one. Inside again. Short jump shot is good again. Give the bucket again to Duke, to King inside his second field goal. 16-11. Paoli leads by 5. Doherty with a turnaround for the baseline. That's no good. Sibbett controls the long rebound. Ahead to Combs. Shot up good. Transition basket score. Combs' 4th point. And Paoli has opened up a 7-point lead.
Well, that's twice now they've had that guy coming right down the middle of the lane. Nice look by Sibbett to find Combs wide open under the basket.
2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Duke with a bouncer to Evans. Colliver, low post feed Evelyn, push from behind, whistle foul called on King. That'll be his first and team foul number 1. It comes with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's 18-11 with Paoli in front of Vincennes by 7 points and a timeout on the floor. So with Paoli up by 7, a break in the action, and right now let's pause these messages. Fame is also sponsored in part by Snedeker's on Broad Street right here in Newcastle. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to play first quarter. It's 18-11. Paoli on top of Vincennes by 7. 6 points for Sibbett, 4 apiece from Combs and King to lead the way for Paoli. And 3 each for Vincennes, Tolliver, Evans, and Duke. The scoring, it will be Vincennes basketball. Duke will play it in. Babcock is in the ball game for Paoli, the first substitution of the contest. Doherty posted inside. His short jump shot off the glass is good. Soft touch inside by the big 6'10" Sean Doherty to score his 4th point. Vincennes went with a starting 5 the entire ball game earlier today, and they're in there now. Here's a ball knocked away from behind by Tolliver and stolen by Doherty. Duke has some open court now for Vincennes. Again, Doherty down low, this time on Combs with a turnaround that's no good, and Babcock with a rebound. 5-point Paoli lead, 1:30 to play, first quarter. Sibbett with Evans on him.
Doherty's being much more aggressive tonight offensively. They're really looking for him inside, and he's turning, getting his jump shot. It hasn't fallen the last couple of times, but he's got good form, and he's going to have to get a little double team down in there. If he gets hot, that could really turn the game around.
Sibbett looking for a pick. He's isolated one-on-one with Tolliver. Bounces left side to Babcock, who lets fly with a long bomb that's no good. Holmes with a rebound. He's on a drive, will jump it off inside and just threw the ball away. Babcock not expecting the pass. He thought Combs would go up for that short jump shot and threw the ball away.
Well, again, I think Scott's got to take that short jump shot right there when he can get himself in that close to the basket and open. He's got to go on up and take that shot.
1 minute to play, first quarter. 18-13, a 5-point Paoli lead. Duke and Evans play pitch and catch out on the perimeter, working against the zone. Tolliver, down low Doherty, short turnaround is good. Another sweet inside post move by Doherty to score his 6th point, and the lead's at 3 for Paoli with 39 to play in the first quarter. Sibbett to Babcock in the front court. Paoli may hold for one with 25 seconds to play. Combs with Evelyn on him. Toole quickly around right side to Babcock. Sibbett checked out front by Duke. It's a pick from Toole with 10. Now to Combs. Combs inside. Babcock shot up and in. Combs double clutched and dropped it off underneath the Babcock, who scores. And now there's a pass down the floor to Doherty. Won't get the shot away as the buzzer sounds ending the first quarter play. So after one, Paoli in front of Vincennes by 5 at 20-15. And we'll be back with second quarter action tonight from Newcastle's Chrysler Arena right after these messages.
Sibbett came out to play tonight.
First substitute by Vincennes.
Yeah, Tyson's in the game. Yeah, Tyson.
First substitution all day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Marsh Hall of Fame Basketball Classic continues from Newcastle's Chrysler Arena with second quarter action as Paoli will take the ball out of bounds at the midcourt stripe, leading by 5 points at 20-15. Vincennes goes to the bench for the first time today with Jason Tyson in the contest. Sibbett away from a double team with some nifty ball handling and forces one up and scores a tough shot off the baseline.
Oh, really tough shots. He had a double pump on that. He had Doherty right over him. Great shot.
Tolliver. Duke swinging around to Evans, looking to give him that outside shot, and as Basil mentioned, he's a good percentage three-point shooter. Instead, he's going to go inside to Tyson, who shoots it up to the left hand. Doherty follows it up and in. Strong rebound bucket inside by Doherty. He's got 8, 22-17. Paoli leads by 5. Sibbett with a crossover dribble across the line with 7:15 to play first half. Toole, a crack into the ball game now for Paoli. Sibbett, lob to Combs, knocked away, whistled, a pushing foul called. And it's whistled on Vincennes on Jason Tyson. That's his first and team foul number 3. Gene Miller up in front of that Vincennes bench, not in agreement with the call, nor is the large Vincennes crowd situated behind us. Here's the inbounds, sent deep. Duke nearly on the steal. Good work by Toole to come up with that ball, and he's on a drive as his shot blocked by Doherty. McCracken will follow, and Tyson rebounds Vincennes. The Analysts own the ball. They trail by 5. Evans pushes it quickly in the front court to Duke. It's been rather quiet so far. 1 3-point field goal to his credit. He's going to step up and launch another long bomb and rim out. Rebound kept alive by Doherty. Saved in bounds by Tolliver. To Tyson, inside Doherty, shot up, no, but a whistle, a foul call.
Again, Vincennes getting too many second, third shots now. They scored the last time on a tip-in by Doherty, and now, again, on the second shot, Doherty's going to go to the free throw line. So Paoli's going to have to box them off and keep them to 1 shot.
Foul called on Toole.
There you see the shot and the follow-up.
I'm impressed with Tyson. He's come in and really made 2 or 3 nice plays. He's fed the ball twice to Doherty very well. He's aggressive and hits the boards, and he looks like a player off the bench that can help Vincennes. And obviously playing all 5 players the whole game this afternoon, they're going to need some bench help tonight.
Gabe King checking back in the Paoli lineup as Doherty hits his free throw. Very fine foul shooter at 86% from the line on the year. He's off to a good start tonight with 9 points. Doherty's next one is good. 22-19. Paoli leads Vincennes by 3. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to play first half. Sibbett walks the dribble up across the timeline. Kelly Toole. Combs wants the ball inside on Tyson, but Toole's on a drive now behind the back to Combs. Combs missed. To King wide open inside. Instead goes to Sibbett, who launches a long 3. And the rebound controlled by Vincennes, and they break down the floor 3-on-1. Duke to Evans. Back to Duke. Shot up and no, but a whistle, a foul call. And 2 shots will be upcoming now for Greg Duke of Vincennes, with a chance to draw the Ellises to within 1 point.
Duke had a great game this afternoon with 12 points and 6 rebounds, and he's taking it over again tonight. He really slices to the basket, and there's excellent passing on their fast break, and he got back and got the rebound.
Foul again called on Kelly Toole. That's his second. Duke's first free throw is good. Vincennes 3 for 3 for the foul line, and Paoli 2 for 2. There's a shot that's off the rim, no good, and the rebound taken down by Combs. 2-point Paoli lead. Rams own the basketball. Nice little pick and roll again between Sibbett and Combs, who drops it off to King inside for the layup. It's good. Basket counts for the foul. And the foul's on Doherty, and that's his second. King scores off a nifty feed from Combs, and King to the foul line for a chance at a 3-point play.
Oh, a really nice pass that time. And he just found the man wide open underneath the basket, is able to gain the ball. You know, for a kid 6'7", really mobile, able to pass the ball, put the ball on the floor. Fine player.
King got that ball, and instead of trying to go up and go over Doherty, all he did was give him that little head fake and got him in the air and jumped up and powered a 3-point play. Just what you want out of your post players.
King fails to convert the free throw. Doherty the long rebound. Down the floor they go to Tolliver. Tyson. Duke inside. There's the big guy. Doherty completely surrounded. Ball knocked away, but Duke's able to control. Evans to Tyson. Quick ball movement by Vincennes. Doherty inside with a left hand. Shot up, no, but a whistle, a foul called. Combs may have got him. If so, that'll be Scott's first. And Sean Doherty back to the foul line for 2 shots for Vincennes. Doherty showing pretty good mobility in tonight's ball game, moving well from side to side and using both hands, both the right and the left hand.
This is 2 consecutive shots he shot with his left hand to try to protect the ball from the defense, and both times he drew the foul.
Nice stroke at the foul line as well as he hits again from the line. He has 11 of Vincennes' 21 points. The Ellises trail by 3. Make it 2 as Doherty hits again from the line. 24-22, 5:35 to play first half. Sibbett to Babcock. Now to Combs, and out front it goes to Sibbett. Sibbett calls out the play. Inside pass to Combs, he lays it up and in. Set play that got Combs open inside, and he scores again. He's got 6. And Paoli leads by 4. Tice in the front court to Tolliver. There's Doherty, and he fires and hits again. 2 more for Sean Doherty. 14 first half points for the big 6'10 center. 26-24, Paoli by 2. Sibbett attempted to go inside, and we got a whistle, a foul called. Interior pass went to Combs, whistle, foul called on Tyson. And on Tyson, that's his second and team foul number 5.
Well, I don't know. It looked like he might have made a pretty good defensive play. Might have got the hand a little bit, but that was a tough call.
Sibbett, inside it goes. Toole, shot blocked by Tolliver, and Tolliver comes down with a rebound. Evans pushes it up across the line. Drops it back to the trailer, Tolliver. Now to Evans. Doherty wants the ball, but Tolliver will fire from long range. That's no good. And the rebound taken down by King to Sibbett. Sibbett will pull up, drop it off to Toole. His short jumper high off the glass, no. King rebounds, back up, good! Gabe King already with 8 first half points. He came in averaging 4.3, and Paoli leads by 4 with 4:15 to play first half. Duke just traveled as he starts his drive down the left side, and the ball goes back to Paoli with 4:11 to play in the first half.
King's playing very aggressive tonight. He got in foul trouble early this afternoon. Really didn't get to play that much, and he's playing aggressive. Right now he needs a little breath, he said, but he's playing really hard.
King, a 6'5 junior, been a spark plug early on for the Rams of Paoli. Sibbett away from the screen, will pull up and fire a long one. And Doherty rebounds Vincennes. Long outlet pass down the floor going to Duke. And now to Evans. Return pass to Duke on the right side. Swinging around to Tolliver. Get it down to Doherty. There's that turnaround, and he misses this one, and the rebound taken down by Combs. Combs going to go coast to coast. Try to go cross court with a pass inside to King. Ball knocked away and driven out of bounds. It comes with 3:33 to play in the first half and a timeout on the floor. Paoli leads Vincennes by 4 points at 28-24. And our coverage of the Marsh Hall of Fame Basketball Classic continues right after we pause for these messages. The Hall of Fame is also sponsored in part by Snedeker's on Broad Street here in Newcastle. 3:33 to play first half. It's 28-24 with Paoli leading Vincennes by 4. 8 points for Gabe King, 8 points for Joe Sibbett lead the way for the Rams. 14 points for Sean Doherty, the game-high score from Vincennes. Paoli basketball. Kelly Toole, he's been pretty quiet tonight after a big 15-point performance earlier today. He's been held to 2. Inbounds to Combs and now to Sibbett. Sibbett sets up the Rams half court. Here's the screen from McCracken. Drives to the baseline. Babcock's left wide open, so he pops a three. That's no good. Oh, great battle inside between Combs and Doherty. A couple of All-Staters. They tied one another up. And on the possession arrow, it will be Vincennes basketball.
Paoli really plays that two-man game well. They just pick out whoever Doherty's guarding and put a screen, use him as the screener on Sibbett, and that puts Doherty on Sibbett, which is really a mismatch size-wise and quickness-wise.
Evans at the top of the key in the front court for Vincennes. Duke Evans out of Tolliver. Duke checked out front by Sibbett, so he goes to Evans. Tyson posted down low, but Tolliver pops out high to receive the pass. Motion offense. There's Tyson down inside, and we got a whistle, an offensive foul called on Tyson as he lowered his shoulder and crashes into McCracken of Paoli and commits the offensive foul. On Tyson, that's his third.
Tyson's a big, strong player. He averaged 11 points a game and 7 rebounds last year for Vincennes Brevet, so he is a player that's added depth to this Vincennes Lincoln team. It could be the player they need to take them down that tournament trail.
Combs driving on Tyson, has the ball taken away by Evans. Good defensive help there. Evans with a lead pass to Duke for the driving layup. It's up and in.
Boy, nice decision that time by Evans. Saw Duke on the right side. Nice bounce pass.
Evans making the steal on one end and the assist on the other. Toole from the left baseline. Missed the shot, got his own rebound inside, stripped loose by Doherty out of bounds. The last touch by Vincennes. It'll be Paoli basketball with 2:10 to play first half. 28-26. Paoli in front of Vincennes by 2. As in the ball game now is Tom Abel for Vincennes, and going out will be Scott Evans. Sibbett to inbound looking. Lays it inside and gets it right back. But Vincennes defensively able to get through the pick, so Toole drives inside. We got a whistle. And a foul will be called. This will be team foul number 7, so a 1-and-1 will be coming up.
Only the second substitute today for Vincennes, and they're bringing in Tom Abel. He wasn't even on our program early, but he is a sophomore, and Coach Miller said he has been playing well, and he could expect him to come in and give him reserve help at the point guard position.
Foul was called on Greg Duke, his first, team foul number 7. So 1-and-1 for Kelly Toole, 50% foul shooter. Free throw is good.
Good aggressive drive to the basket by Toole, as you can see right here. Really takes it in strong, and you can tell that he wants the basketball, and he seems to be gaining confidence as he goes. Really playing well today.
One more free throw for Kelly Toole. And he hits again. And a substitution. In the ball game will be Gabe King, and going out will be Jason McCracken. Tyson inbounds to Abel.
See some three-quarter court pressure now from Paoli for the first time this season, a 2-2-1.
And Evans, their point guard, is out of the ball game, taking a breather. But they handle it well. And Abel to Tolliver. Tyson's left open, left baseline. Long cross court to Duke. Abel swinging around, Tolliver left open, and he fires up the three. That is good. A three-pointer. You don't see threes made too often that bounce off the rim, but Tolliver got a nice soft bounce and hits the three, his second tray in the ball game. And Vincennes climbs to within 1 with a minute and a half to play in the first half. Sibbett for Paoli. Bounce pass to King. Now to Toole. Starts to slowly close in. Combs double teamed along the baseline, finds an opening, cuts inside, shoots one up, no good. Wild shot, rebound taken down by Abel. Vincennes with a chance to take the lead, and now an offensive foul will be called. That's whistled on Tom Abel as he crashes into Kelly Toole at the timeline.
Well, that was a nice job that time by Toole to step up and establish defensive position. Vincennes bench didn't like it, but I think that was a pretty good call.
I think partially Abel looked like he might be a little out of control. It seems like the officials, if you're just a little out of control offensively, they'll call that charge more unlikely than they will if you have the ball in good control. And I don't think he looked to see where he was going very well.
Combs, great look inside. King layup up and in. Two more for Gabe King off the Scott Combs assist. And Paoli leads by 3, 32-29 with 45 seconds to play. Here's a deflected ball and a breakaway. If Babcock catches up with the ball, layup is good. Basket counts and a foul. Babcock made the deflection at one end and then was streaking down the floor, took the late pass and scores. It was also fouled, and that foul whistled on Tom Abel, his second. Joe Babcock to the free throw line for Paoli with a chance at the three-point play.
Here's the replay. You see the shot going up, and Abel just, look, you couldn't really tell from that angle. I don't think he got him very hard, but it looked like he just put his hand in the back, and the official called it.
Babcock's free throw is good. Three-point play, Joe Babcock, and a 6-point Paoli lead. Vincennes moments ago had a chance to take the lead, but some strong play last couple of sequences by Paoli. Here's a shot for the baseline that is off the mark, no good by Abel, and the rebound taken down by Combs. 25 seconds to play, first half. Paoli with the ball, the 6-point lead, 35-29. Sibbett picked up by Duke out front. Sibbett cuts down the lane, has his shot blocked by Doherty, and the rebound taken down by Abel. 10 seconds to go, Duke. Long down the floor, Tolliver. Back to Duke. Now to Abel. Saves it in, but it's intercepted by Babcock, and he fires it up at the buzzer, no good. At the end of one half of basketball, Paoli in front of Vincennes by 6 points at 35-29. And we'll be back with our halftime show coming up right after we pause now for these messages. Press and fifth in the coaches poll, undefeated at 9-0 on the season under head coach Mike Brown, and the Ellises of Vincennes fifth in the Associated Press poll, 11th in the coaches poll under veteran head coach Gene Miller. In his 13th year running the Vincennes program, he took the Ellises to the state championship game back in 1984 when they were beaten by Warsaw. So play opens up with Paoli owning the basketball. Joe Sibbett dribbles up under some pressure from Scott Evans.
Kind of in their laning matchup zone again, the start of the game, kind of what they started the game with. But if Paoli's patient, I think they can pick it apart because they are very good passers.
Lind, who started the ball game but then played very little in the first half, is in all kinds of trouble picking up his dribble. Gets the ball right underneath the basket to Combs, who makes a tough pass outside to Sibbett and out to Toole.
Very fortunate, got the ball on the baseline, but they were patient and got it out of there. It looked like it was going to turn into a turnover.
Paoli trying to spread the floor to get an open shot. Sibbett's open for three and nails a three-pointer. Third three in the ball game for Sibbett. He's got 11 points, and Paoli leads by 9. Their biggest lead of the ball game at 38-29. We'll give and go to Tyson, who shoots and scores. Basket counts and a foul.
Well, that's very disappointing for Paoli. They came out, and they get a nice three-point shot, but then they lose their man completely, and Tysing's wide open. Made a miscue on who was guarding who, and both King and Combs were on Doherty and no one on Tysing.
Combs picks up the foul, his second, and Tysing to Vincennes' free throw line for a free throw and a chance to complete the three-point play. And the shot is good.
Back to 6 again, that 9-point lead, and then a miscue could have really been a time to put this game away.
Sibbett heading to Austin Peay next year. On the dribble across the timeline. Sends a pass to Lynn, left wide open from 3. Won't take the shot, but Sibbett will launch a long bomb and hit it. Oh, my, what a shot that was by Joe Sibbett.
Well, he's really got the hot hand. Came to play tonight. You can just tell he wants it tonight.
Those aren't high school three-pointers. Those are NBA. He's really behind the line and just taking and concentrating and putting it in. He wants the ball.
Kojak Fuller last year, Randy Zachary 2 years ago, maybe Joe Sibbett this year. There's Doherty to score inside, and also a foul called. And Doherty will go to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play. There hasn't been a defensive stoppage as of yet here in the second half, as that foul called on Toole, his third.
Nice entry pass in the low post. And Doherty really does a nice job getting his shoulders squared up and taking the ball in strong in the basket.
Also, the thing I liked about it, he didn't dribble it in there. He just turned, squared himself, and put it in. So anytime you put it in the floor in the post, you're taking a chance of losing it. And Doherty's learned that.
Doherty missed it, but he'll fire a 3. Missed that as well. And the rebound taken down by Toole. Paoli with the ball, 7-point lead. 6:18 to play in the third quarter. Toole has his pockets picked by Evans, who races down the floor. Dish off to Duke. He in turn has his pockets picked by Sibbett. Loose ball picked up by Toole, and back to Sibbett. Sibbitt across the timeline, applies the brakes and goes to Lind on the right side. Doherty will play off of him to clog up the lane inside. King sends it to Sibbitt. He's been hot. At a Tool, around to King. Backdoor cut to Lind, ball knocked away, but Tool's right there to pick it up and fire from the baseline and miss, but a whistle and a foul called. Whistled on Evans. And on Scott, that'll be his first. And Tool will go to the foul line for 2 shots for Paoli with 5:37 to play third quarter, 41-34, the Rams by 7.
Nice patience that time by Paoli. Pretty good defensive possession by Vincennes, but Paoli is just patient until they were able to get the ball in the position they want. And that can really be disheartening to a team to play good defense for a long period of time, and then the other team ends up going to the free throw line.
Tool for 2 shots. His first free throw is good. He came in shooting 42% for the foul line today and had a good stroke in the ball game earlier today in their victory over Newcastle. And is 3 for 3 from the line here in tonight's ball game. He's got 5 points.
You know, sometimes playing this level of competition and playing Chicago Westinghouse just before Christmas, player's confidence level just rises as he goes, and he's really been playing well. He's going to be a factor for Paoli second half this season.
Rams by 9. Tolliver with a long cross-court pass to Evans. Tyson down low, bumped from behind, foul called on King. On Gabe King, that'll be his second. Common foul. Vincennes will take the ball out of bounds. The Ellises will go to the bench. As Joe O'Connor will check in the contest. First time we've seen him today.
Jonah is only a sophomore, but Coach Miller's been impressed with his play and bringing 2 sophomores off the bench in his 7th and 8th position.
Duke will play it in. Dish off to Evans, now to Doherty. Around to Duke, set play behind a screen. He fires and rattles home a 2-pointer from the left side.
Good screen on that weak side by Connor.
Duke with 8, 43-36. The leads at 7 for Paoli. Sibbitt had a quick move with a pull-up jumper in the lane. And the rebound taken down by Connor to Evans. Forecourt left side, and the three-point bomb is up and good. Connor hits the 3 right off the bench, and he nails the three-pointer. And Vincennes to within 4.
He says, Coach, let's play these sophomores a little bit. I'm ready to play. Nice play. Came in, set a nice screen, comes right back to the three-point shot.
4:50 to play, third quarter. Tool outside to Sibbitt. Out of Combs, puts on the floor, drives, shoots, and scores. Scott Combs with his 8th point of the ball game makes it 45-39 Paoli. Evans in the front court to Tyson. Connor. Out of Duke. Low post Doherty. Short jumper off the glass, no. Rebound knocked away and out of bounds. And it will be Paoli basketball. Couple of substitutions. McCracken and Babcock will check in for Paoli. And in the lineup for Vincennes is Sean Evelyn. Second ball game of the day for each team, so the coaches trying to get fresh troops on the floor. Sibbitt to Babcock. Ooh, dangerous pass, nearly picked off by Connor, just a little bit late arriving. Sibbitt will lob it off underneath the Combs. His short shot is up and good. Basket counts and a foul.
Well, that's a nice play. Paoli just cleared out the weak side, so there's no weak side help. You're able to throw that lob, and there's nobody on the weak side to help out. That's a good play.
And the foul was called on the big guy, Doherty. That's his 3rd.
There you see the play. Lob pass in. You see there's no weak side defense. Number 20 there, Connor comes down from on top, but he wasn't there on the block on the weak side when the pass was thrown. He's not able to get there from on top quickly enough to stop the play.
Scott Combs completes a 3-point play. 11 for Combs.
I think that may be his biggest strength. He can really catch the ball in traffic. He gets both hands on the ball, and Scott Combs is very, very strong catching the ball.
Leads at 9 again for Paoli, and a timeout called with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the third quarter. Paoli 48, Vincennes 39. Our coverage continues in the Marsh Hall of Fame Basketball Classic right after these messages. Leads at 9 for Paoli at 48-39 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to play third quarter. It will be Vincennes basketball. Evelyn will inbound directly in front of us as he plays it inbounds to Evans, who sets up the Vincennes half court. Big guy Doherty way outside. Holmes is on him. Evans to Duke.
Went a back pick there for Doherty and then post him up, but Paoli did a nice job helping inside.
Vincennes being very patient. Carter, the freshman, looping cross-court pass, nearly picked off by Civic, controlled by Duke to Evans. Now to Connor, who feels it, fires it, hits again. Another 3 hit by Connor. He's hit 2 in a row here in the third quarter. And the lead's at 6 for Paoli at 48-42. Every time it looks like Paoli is about to open up some ground against Vincennes, the Alices have been able to battle back. Civic has it deep right corner to Toole. Side of McCracken. To Babcock. And now back to Civic. Doherty now playing up to McCracken.
Like a 4-man man-to-man and 1-man zone, so that leaves Doherty inside to control the inside play.
Babcock with a tough runner off the baseline that missed. Doherty with a rebound. Long outlet pass to Duke. To Evans. Return pass to Duke. Left open for a 3 that's no good. And the rebound, a strong rebound by McCracken. Outlet pass goes to Civic. Down the floor to Toole. In the lane, McCracken for the short left-handed jumper that's no good. And Evans rebounds for Vincennes. Lead still at 6 for Paoli. Connor. Cross court to Duke. Nice baseline drive all the way with a finger roll that's up and in.
Oh, nice little fake to the inside, drive the baseline. Good quick first step.
48-44. Paoli's 9-point lead down to 4. 2 minutes to play third quarter. Civic with a quick crossover move. Drops it off to Toole. Toole drives to the foul line, fires it up, no good, but a whistle and a foul called on Evans. That'll be his second. And Kelly Toole, who has found ways to get to the foul line today, will be back up there again for 2. He is 4 for 4 from the stripe in tonight's game after shooting a bunch earlier today.
Well, there's a cardinal rule in basketball not to foul the jump shooter, and Toole has drawn about 6 or 7 shooting attempts and got fouled on those jump shots. And you have to give him a chance to shoot the jump shot, and hopefully the percentages catch up. Don't put him on the line.
Toole for 2 shots. First free throw is good. Paoli continues to shoot well from the line. 9 for 10 from the stripe in the game. Kelly Toole, see his points and fouls. 7 points and 3 fouls. Next one is no good. Tipped up. McCracken no good. And the foul finally taken down by Evelyn. Long down the floor, they go to Connor off the baseline to Evelyn. Duke swing it to Evans. Doherty wants that ball down low on Combs, and here's a shot put up outside. That's good. A 3-pointer by Greg Duke. Duke has got the hot hand now for Vincennes with 7 third-quarter points, 13 in the ball game, and the Alices claw to within 2 at 49-47. Combs in the front court. Toole to Babcock. Now to Civic. Long 3-point bomb. Good! What a shot by Joe Civic. 5 3-pointers for Civic. 17 points in the game. Duke back the other way. Fires that rimmed out. No good. Rebound. Connor inside. Short shot blocked by Combs. Connor rebounds to Evans. Now back to Connor. Left open. Another long one. No good. Rebound. Doherty back up. Good. Strong rebounding score inside by Sean Doherty. Good action at both ends of the floor. 52-49. Paoli leads by 3. 48 seconds to play third quarter. Toole to McCracken. Civic. Tremendous shooting range by Civic. He has hit some long 3-pointers. He's got 5 trays in the game. Toole with 30 seconds. Puts it on the floor.
Doherty's really laying off of McCracken. If McCracken sets a good screen for someone, there's going to be no one to help when they come off of that jump shot. So it's a good play right now. If McCracken can set a good screen, I think they can break open Civic or one of their outside shooters.
Near steal by Connor on Babcock. Ball knocked away as Lynn will check in the ball game, and going out will be Toole. Paoli will play it in with 15 seconds to play in the third quarter, up by 3 at 52-49. And also for Paoli, Eddie Duke makes his first appearance on the day. He'll check in the ball game. So Duke in, plays it inbounds to Combs with 14. Sibbett's got it with 10. One-on-one with the other Duke. His pull-up jump shot for the baseline. Good. Oh, what a shot by Sibbett. A line drive, 18-footer from the right baseline. Shot put up from half court. No good by Evans off the back of the rim. So after 3 quarters of play, Paoli in front of Vincennes by 5, 54-49. And we'll be back with what should be a great fourth and final quarter from Newcastle right after these messages.
I bet he's been injured.
Guy told me he's had some knee problems.
That corner jump shot by Sibbett. Okay.
What's that? Do it one more time. Paoli leads Vincennes by 5 points at 54-49. One of the main reasons why, the great shooting of that man, Joe Sibbett. 11 third-quarter points, 19 points all total the ball game, as Vincennes with a basketball to open up the fourth and final quarter. Evelyn to Doherty. Now to Evans. Connor, he's given the ball club a lift off the bench. Here's the big guy. Doherty is pretty quiet in the third quarter. Short shot, no good, and Combs with a strong rebound. And the outlet goes to Sibbett. There's Eddie Duke with the basketball. Eddie Duke for Paoli and Greg Duke for Vincennes. The pass was picked off by Connor. Down the floor they go to Evans.
Vincennes really getting good movement in their half-court offense right now.
And a foul as Greg Duke started his drive. He was held to the play. That's going to be whistled on Sibbett. And on Joe, that's only his first personal foul. Substitution as Babcock will check back in the ball game, and Duke goes out.
There's a drive there, and just a little reach in by Sibbett. Got a lot of ball, but anytime you reach in like that, the official's going to call the foul more often than not.
McCracken will come in the ball game for King, who comes up limping, and King is in some pain and limps off the floor. Not exactly sure how he did it or when it occurred, but he's in some pain over there.
Well, he's been playing awfully well tonight. They're going to need him down the stretch.
Duke on that set play out of the out-of-bounds. We've seen it work pretty well tonight's ball game, but he misfires off the left baseline from 3, and a rebounding foul called inside on Vincennes. That's called on Sean Evelyn, his second, and team foul number 4. Paoli basketball, it's still 54-49. Was the score after 3 quarters. We play just about a minute of the fourth and final quarter as Sibbett spins across the timeline. It's a screen, drives to the baseline. Combs down low for the tough fadeaway that's up and in.
Well, a really nice decision by Sibbett. He had the hot hand, but yet he was able to get the ball into Combs on the bounce pass for a better shot. Made a really good decision.
Combs with 13, Sibbett with 19. The inside-outside combo, they got 32 tonight. And the lead's up to 7 for Paoli at 56-49. Connor with a nice look in the pass, and the basket made by Evelyn off the left baseline, his first 2 points in tonight's game.
Sean's another sophomore, so they played 3 sophomores tonight, and Evelyn played all the way this afternoon. So future looks also bright for the future in Vincennes.
56-51. Sibbett to Lynn, now back to Sibbett. Takes the three as he's covered up by Duke, so he backs it off with 6:10 to play in the game. Crossover. Lynn, Sibbett, back to Sibbett, fires a long one. Rebound, put back up, and in. There's Scott Combs again. Combs follows up Sibbett's rare miss and lays it up and in. Combs with 15, and Paoli leads by 7. Connor for another 3. Good! He's hit 3 threes off the bench here in the second half.
You know, it's great to see kids really step up and rise to the occasion. This is a kid who only had 4 3-pointers all season. He's had 3 tonight.
58-54, the lead's at 4 Paoli. 8 3-pointers in the game for Vincennes. Lynn looking, puts on the floor. They're going to give him a foul shot. Won't take the 15-footer. Instead goes back to Combs with Evelyn all over him. Combs is on a drive, cuts inside, double clutches, has his shot blocked and driven out of bounds by Doherty. 5:14 left, 58-54. Paoli leads Vincennes by 4.
Well, not a real good shot, but Paoli didn't get very good movement that time in their offense. Everyone's standing around a little bit, so they're going to have to start moving better as they were earlier.
Sibbett to inbound, plays it to Lind. Now to Sibbett, circling out front. Sibbett gets a screen from McCracken, drives to the baseline, now back to McCracken. And Combs to Lind. Lind will let fly with an outside shot and will miss. Combs goes after the rebound. We got a whistle. A foul underneath will be called. And that's whistled on Vincennes.
Well, that's a shot that Vincennes has been allowing Lynn to have all night, and he hasn't really taken up to that point. And at that point, he took the shot, and that's not really the shot that Paoli wants to take.
Yeah, the foul called on Chad Tolliver. As you look at Gene Miller, the coach of Vincennes, his 13th year of running this Alice basketball program. Toole will check in the ball game, and Lynn goes out for the Rams. 4:54 left. Paoli over Vincennes by 4, 58-54. Inbounds to Combs. Scott all the way in. Shoots one up and in. Combs has 17 points. He has scored all 6 Paoli points here in the 4th quarter.
That was a tough basket all the way up over 6'10", Sean Doherty. Great body balance, great concentration on the rim.
Tolliver front court to Duke. Down inside they go to Doherty. Muscles his way in with the left hand. Missed the shot, and the rebound lost to the bounce by Combs.
Well, good help that time from McCracken on top to double down from the middle of the lane on Doherty. Really made him have a very tough shot.
Duke to inbound for Vincennes. Evans. Evans at a baseline drive. Comes it back to Doherty. Doherty puts on the floor and goes in with a left hand and misses a driving layup. And the rebound controlled by Sibbett. Sibbett's going to race it down the floor. And send it back outside to Toole with 4:15 left. 60-54. Paoli leads by 6.
I love to watch Sibbett play. Great quickness with the basketball, but yet under control all the time.
Gets a screen outside. And the pass underneath. Reverse layup is up and in. 2 more for Scott Combs. 8 4th-quarter points and a timeout called by Vincennes. 3:57 left of the ball game. Paoli in front of Vincennes by 8 points at 62-54. So with the break of the action, let's catch a few more of our fine sponsors.
room do we have left on that ballot? How many players can we still put on there?
6 is all we can have.
How many you got on there so far?
Just 2. Get 2 from each of these teams now. You got, there should be one for everybody here. Did you get one?
No, I didn't get
You
one.
should have one in your stack there.
That's all.
Should be 3 of them.
Okay.
It'll be a hard decision.
Scott Combs with a big fourth and final quarter with 8 points, and 2 of them came on that pretty reverse layup score inside. 3:57 left, 62-54. Paoli leads by 8. Combs and Stivitt each have 19 points. Doherty 18 to pace Vincennes. The Ellises with the ball, try to get it inside to Doherty, and the pass was picked off by Babcock. Big defensive play there.
They had a set play, and it was going to go to Doherty, but that wasn't the play that was open, and a little bit of forced pass right then. See, they got Doherty's man's going to be setting the screen. No one's going to be on Stivitt when he comes off, so he's going to be wide open on that play right now.
Ripped out on a long jump shot, and Doherty with a rebound to Evans.
Last time, Tolliver came over and picked him up when he came off that screen, and all of a sudden, Combs was open underneath. So twice they played that play effectively. The jump shot didn't go that time for Stivitt, though.
Evans on a drive. Dish off Tolliver. Baseline jumper short. McCracken rebounds Paoli. 3:05 left. The Rams up by 8. 62-54. 2 ball clubs that have never played. This is the 17th year of the Hall of Fame Classic. Neither has ever played in the Hall of Fame Classic, so we'll have a first-time winner tonight. Stivitt to Babcock, and away it goes to McCracken. Paoli Ball Club undefeated. Everybody knows their roles. Toole drives inside. No. McCracken fouls. No. McCracken tips. No. Combs rebounds inside. And finally, we got a whistle, a foul call, and it's whistled on Paoli. Rams unable to convert inside with several close-in shots. And finally, the foul was called on Scott Combs. And on Combs, that's his 3rd.
You see the replay and the tip. Good battle. Really working hard on the board, but McCracken been better off at that point to bring the ball down and go up strong with the power move to the basket.
Gabe King's apparently okay. Went limping off the floor a couple minutes ago. He is back in the ball game. Replaces McCracken. 2:28 left. Doherty with the turnaround. That's rimming no good. Connor rebounds in traffic. Back up. No. And the rebound taken down by King, and a whistle. And a foul will be called on Vincennes. 2:21 left. 62-54. Paoli in front of Vincennes by 8.
There you see the rebound by Connor going up strong. Just can't get it to fall for him.
He's played very well, though, tonight. He's really came in and given good relief off the bench.
2:11 left, and a timeout now going to be called by Paoli. So the Rams to talk over some strategy with the 8-point lead at 62-54. They've led the entire way, up by 5 points after 1 at 20-15. Led by 6 points at the half at 35-29. Led by 5 points after 3 at 54-49. And they've outscored Vincennes here in the fourth quarter 8-5. All 8 points by Paoli here in the fourth quarter have been scored by 6'7" senior Scott Combs. So Paoli trying to hold off Vincennes with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Well, now the decision is what type of defense is Vincennes going to come with. If they come with their man-to-man, I'm sure Paoli's going to isolate and try to get Doherty out on the court. So I look for Vincennes to go with the trapping defense rather than a man-to-man. Due to the mismatch they'll have with whoever Doherty has to pick up on the perimeter.
You'll also look for Vincennes, of course, to come out in some very tough full-court pressure defense, and we'll see how well Paoli handles that. That's the thing. It almost got Newcastle back in the ball game late this morning, so Paoli have to do a little better job than they did this morning of handling full-court pressure.
We'll have the announcement of the all-tournament team following tonight's ball game, and at least right now it's pretty wide open as to an MVP for this year's tournament. Well, Stivitt and Combs have 19 for Paoli right now and 18 for Doherty for Vincennes. A lot of basketball yet to be played as Stivitt drives it up the floor across the line. Got an opening with a quick move inside. Dish off underneath the Babcock. Layup no, but a whistle and a foul called as Babcock was fouled going up.
We've seen some great passing today's tournament. That was a super bounce pass by Joe Stivitt. clear through the defense to the weak side. Babcock waiting. That's what happens when you have players that played together since they've been 6th or 7th grade.
You saw the bounce pass right there in the replay. I really like what I saw of Paoli on that possession. You know, they're still attacking the basket, and a lot of teams at this point will get tentative and try to protect that lead. I think you've got to continue to be aggressive, take good shots, but be aggressive-minded.
And they may have learned a little bit from their ball game today. They had the 18-point lead over Newcastle, may have gotten a bit tentative in the fourth quarter, and the Trojans climbed back and nearly tied up the ball game late, coming 3-point shot short. Had a 3-point shot late that didn't go in, but 2 foul shots hit by Babcock. Has 7 points. A nice effort tonight by Babcock off the bench, 64-54. The lead's at 10. Less than 2 minutes now in the ball game. Doherty with the turnaround inside. That's good. 20 points for Sean Doherty as he line drives one home over Scott Combs to make it 64-56. Combs bringing the ball up the floor. Combs will stop left side and bring it back out to Sibbett now with 1:40 to go in the ball game. Sibbett's going to be grabbed and fouled out front. It's whistled on Duke. Greg Duke picks up his 2nd personal foul.
It's a different delay game than what Paoli used this afternoon. They're putting all 4 players on the left side of the court, giving Sibbett the whole right side to drive and then either dish or to shoot the shot himself. First time he dished for a lay-in, this time he was fouled.
It is team foul number 7, which means Paoli will be in the 1-and-1 the rest of the way. Sibbett at the foul line for the 1-and-1. He has 19 points in the game, and his free throw is good. Good foul shooting tonight by Paoli. Sibbett with 20, one more free throw. Leads at 9 with 1:38 to go. Next one, no good. Rebound kept alive. Nice work by Toole.
Kelly Toole has played great today. He's just been right in the action all day long.
Combs and Sibbett going to handle the ball a lot. Here's Combs on a drive out of Babcock with 1:23 left.
Last time they cleared out for Sibbett, that time they cleared out for Combs.
Babcock grabbed and fouled. It's again whistled on Greg Duke, his 3rd. And the 1-and-1 upcoming now, as it was Toole who was fouled. So Kelly will go to the line for the 1-and bonus with 1:17 left, and Paoli leading by 9.
I'll tell you, this Paoli club really impressive. 2 superstar type players, but then a great supporting cast to go along with them. When you look at Toole and you look at Gabe King's had a great game today, and just, you know, a lot of kids who really do a nice job of complimenting the 2 players that you hear so much about.
Free throw up and rimming, no good. And the rebound taken down by Tolliver. Sends down by 9 with 1:10 left. Evans on a drive inside. Nice catch by Doherty. The layup with the left hand is good. Sean Doherty with 22. 65-58. Sibbett with 1 minute to go. Dribbles up the floor, loses his balance and goes down, but a whistle and a foul called on Duke. Duke has picked up 3 fouls in the last 40 seconds. He's got 4 in the game. And the 1-and-1 for Sibbett with 58 seconds left. Paoli leading Vincennes by 7, 65-58. These 2 teams would not play until the semi-state round of the state tournament if they would both advance that far. As we mentioned, Southern Indiana very strong this year. The likes of Jeffersonville and New Albany, and these 2 teams squaring off here tonight for the Hall of Fame Classic Championship. Sibbett's free throw is good.
I believe Jerry Bromwell's got an excellent team down at
Princeton. Don't forget about them, yeah. Princeton Ice Ball Club.
Corden, I believe, is in the top 20, so an awful lot of good teams in Southern Indiana. I'd love to see that Jeffersonville-New Albany game next week. Would that be some basketball right there?
Sibbett with 2 free throws. And a timeout called by Paoli. 58 seconds left. 67-58. Paoli up by 9. Seems like they've had this 9-point lead just about the entire ball game. They'll open it up to 9. Vincennes will get it down to 5, and then back to 9. It's kind of gone that way throughout the entire course of this game.
Well, they've switched to a man-to-man defense, Paoli has, so they're not going to give up a 3-point shot. You know, you look up there and you think 1 minute, 3 possessions, but it's going to be a tough 3 possessions because of the man-to-man defense. It's very aggressive right now by Paoli, and they're going to force him to take it inside, which makes it a 4 to 5 possession game.
58 seconds left. Vincennes in need of some threes maybe as we take a look at the championship trophy that awaits the winner of this one tonight, the 17th annual Hall of Fame Basketball Classic. 4th year that we've been able to cover the event, and we really appreciate the hospitality we receive each year here in Newcastle. 3 years ago, Martinsville wins it. Anderson Highland 2 years ago. Last year, Anderson. And tonight, either Paoli or Vincennes to walk away with the Hall of Fame Classic Championship.
It's really good to see Indiana basketball, high school basketball on TV, and we appreciate WHMB giving us that opportunity to show these games and really showcase the best of Indiana basketball.
Evans to Duke. His long-range jump shot is no good. Tipped up and no. And the rebound taken down by Babcock to Sibbett with 45. Things looking good for Paoli now with the 9-point lead. Sibbett is fouled by Evans. 41 seconds left. And Joe Sibbett with 22 points in the game will be back at the foul line for a 1-and-1.
Paoli really doing a good job of keeping the ball in Sibbett's hands now. 78% free throw shooter, and he's been on all evening. You know, he's over more than doubled his offensive output from this morning. You can just tell almost right from the start that he really came out ready to play this evening.
Just looks quicker tonight for some reason. I don't know what it is, but he has just been lightning quick. Dynamite going both directions, free throw up and in.
Well, quick, and the thing that I really like about him, as I mentioned earlier, he's always under control. You know, a lot of kids can be quick, but they get themselves out of control, get up off the floor, and make mistakes, but he doesn't do that. Always has his body under control, come to the jump stop, make the nice pass, go up and shoot the jumper.
Gets a couple of free throws. Well, I know the last 4 years we've never had co-MVPs. That could be the case tonight with Sibbett and Combs. There's Tolliver from long range. That bomb's off the mark, no good. Rebound, Sibbett not able to save it in. 3 years ago, it was Denton from Martinsville, the tournament MVP. 2 years ago, Randy Zachary from Anderson Highland. Last year, it was Anderson's Kojak Fuller. It will be Vincennes basketball with 28 seconds left. Paoli leads by 11 at 69-58. Connor will inbound, plays it to Evans. Evans drives to the foul line. Dish off Tolliver. His long bomb is good. A three-pointer hit from the left side by Chad Tolliver. Makes it 69-61 with only 17 seconds left. Combs with the ball in the front court. Combs double teamed, away from the double team. Now to Babcock with 10. Quickly to Sibbett. Paoli running out the clock. Sibbett, great look inside. McCracken, dish off, layup, Toole up and in. Toole scores, and there's your ball game. Paoli wins the Hall of Fame Basketball Classic Championship. A 10-point victory for the Rams tonight over the Alices of Vincennes, 71-61. A well-deserved victory for Paoli. They led the entire way, up by 5 after 1, led by 6 points at the half, and a 5-point lead after 3. And they win by that final 10-point margin at 71-61. And they got great play out of their two All-State candidates, Sibbett and Combs. Sibbett in the ball game with 25 points, and Combs with a big fourth quarter scored the first 8 points of the fourth quarter for Paoli. He ends up the ball game with 19 points, so 25 for Sibbett, 19 for Combs, and Paoli wins over Vincennes by 10 points at 71-61. And back with more of our recap of tonight's championship ball game right after we pause now for these messages.